You've been playing hyper aggressively lately? Yeah. Me too. I've been playing a lot more aggressively. I don't think I'm really cheesing that much, but it's a lot of builds like the one that I just played in the previous one, you know? Same for like ZVT and ZVP. I've been taking the initiative. I guess I've always been playing StarCraft passively, right? But now that Zerg late game kind of sucks, or at least it's way harder. I don't really want to play that passive approach anymore. I don't really want to have the games go past like the 15-minute mark, because it just doesn't do very well. Like, Zerg can still win in the late game. All you gotta do is play like Cyril, guys. That seems to be the general consensus right now. It's just hard to play like Cyril. You put a spray next to my base. How rude. Vandalism. Okay. Good early game. Got everything still alive. Left the drones and gas. So it all makes it very reasonable for me. If I can get this Reaper, that would be awesome. Didn't lose any Zerglings yet. Didn't lose any Zerglings. Oh well. Jimmy decided to go on a bit of a move out as well. Sorry, Jim. Okay. Oh, certainly had a bit of a miss rally there. I made one Overlord too much. Actually, I probably could have made 2 Overlords less. Should I cancel? I think I'm gonna cancel one because the timing otherwise doesn't work very well. I need those minerals. Okay, first 8 roaches have been made. 12 roaches. Okay, 14 roaches. Keep the drones in gas so I can morph in Ravagers here in a sec. Ooh, it's actually a bio opener. Okay. This could be bad. Got him, boys! Nice. Alrighty. Zerg versus Terran. Diamond League is kind of like the league where you start realizing how good the pro gamers really are. Because I made it to Grandmaster League and then I realized I actually suck at the game compared to pro gamers. Even though, you know, it's technically the same league. Grandmaster League really should be split up into several different leagues, to be honest. That's a very late scout. There's the Reaper guy. I don't know where the SCV is at. No, it's not here. Oh, it's going home. Okay. Overlord, Marine, get out.
We require the hive cluster is under attack. We require more minerals.
Wow. Okay. I got the Reaper. That's a pretty big error. Okay, so I don't really know exactly what his follow-up is going to be, but I'll do the same push as last game, because it works like a charm so far. Doesn't seem to be any particular reason, or that doesn't seem to be much of a reason to not go ahead and do that push. So once again, 330 Roach Warren. Second gas. Haven't seen any Hellions.
New subscriber detected.
I made 2 Overlords. Which should be enough, saving up right now. Where is his units? I haven't seen any units. Okay. This is good. 11 roaches. Okay, so there are Hellions. I don't know where they are. They are over here, but I don't know if there's any more of them out on the map. Okay, so the roaches have been made. I'll go ahead and send those straight across. Okay, so it's not a Banshee first opener. That's good. Why is he not harassing? I don't get it. Okay, works for me though. Maybe he's worried because he lost that very first group. I need 225 gas here. Oh, got the Banshee. Good biles. Got him. The build's really good, guys. It takes like, all of these builds require one mistake from the opponent. If there's one mistake, it's like, oh, it's game over. It kind of even feels like losing that Reaper makes it so much harder because he doesn't want to send the Hellions across anymore at that point because he doesn't know what's coming. So you are forced to not really scout anymore. It's so sick. Okay, so it's standard early game. The triple hatch opener is what I go for, but you can also do this in the more standard, like 30, 31-ish supply third base. Depends on what works out. It's just drone. And then at 330, you should be sitting at about 36 workers. So 330 is the point where you go for tech. You should be at least 36 workers. In this case, I'm at 34 plus 3. So I'm at 37. This is actually like a good thing to like comparing your own replays as well. You should be sitting at about 36 at this point. If you have less than that, you made a mistake in the first few minutes. So 330, you should be at about 36 workers. At that point, it's Roach Warren plus second gas. I did resaturate the main gas as well after getting the third base up. After killing the Reaper in this case. Then it's a few more workers for that gas. And then it's just non-stop unit production. So I make a few Overlords. And then Roaches from there. So we spend all of our gas on Roaches. If I go back just a sec, you can see like I'm sitting here at no more gas, which is after 11 Roaches. Sometimes kind of depends on when you put these drones back in gas, you can make 12. Sometimes you can only make like 9. 11 seems to be fine. And then after you made those Roaches, you switch over to full-on Zergling production as reinforcement. And you morph in Ravagers with the gas that you've got. So 330 Roach Warren plus second gas. Make a few Overlords. Save a bunch of resources, make a bunch of Roaches. And then go for the counter. So you want to have at least 3 Ravagers. That is key. Because it's 3 Ravagers to, well, in this case, get a Banshee. That shouldn't be happening though. But it's 3 Ravagers to kill a Siege Tank, 3 Ravagers to kill a Liberator, 3 Ravagers basically to bio everything. This is a build that Cero played, yeah. I don't know if he came up with it, but it's a good build. Hey, Mirtso, you just subscribed to the channel, my man. Are you sniping me? Are you doing a cheeky snipe? Oh, wait, I'm going pool first. Haha! A little bit late on the pool first now, Lowko, aren't you? Alright. So I want to go for the Nydus memes. Ideally.
We require more minerals.
I like going spawning pool first against Protoss. Yeah, it's doable against Protoss too. It's pretty good against Protoss. I should really be going 21 Overlord. It's much better. I keep thinking my hatchery will finish up in time, but it won't. No third base at all from this guy either, though. Which makes this whole follow-up that I'm doing a little bit strange as well. Don't really know exactly what I'm waiting for here. What should I do in this kind of scenario? I'm actually unsure. I guess we're still committed to the push. Maybe he's going for the exact same build.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require our forces are under attack. So more overlords.
I was a little bit supply blocked there, which sucks. Oh. Can I walk you through the build? Well, I took it from a game that I played earlier today against someone. So this is the build. 16 pools, 17 hatch, 18 gas. Stop droning for a little bit. 21 overlord. Add pool 2 links, 1 for scouting purposes. Or 2 for scouting purposes. And then 3 queens as soon as possible. Second queen in the main done is lair immediately. 30 overlord. 1 queen lays tumor in the natural. But injects our priority. Then wall off at about 320. I'm actually curious at what time I walled off here. We aim for 37 drones, then Nydus, a couple of overlords, and then Nydus across the map. You managed to get the snipe on the roach warren though, right? Like killing the roach warren there was really big. I thought maybe he was going mutas or something, which I guess is why you take the... which is why you bring the queens as well, right? Like queens are nice for the transfuses and all that, but also... in case there's like a couple of mutas out, they can hold their they can hold themselves really nicely. Yeah, so he decided to go lair and +1+ and roach speed. So we didn't like invest into any of this. So he can lose 6 drones, 7-ish drones, and be fine. Now I hit a bit of a supply block, which is pretty dumb, but so in the game I played, his first Nydus came up at 442. So I didn't execute it quite perfectly. I'm a couple seconds late. But I think this was fine. Yeah, so even if like he decided to stick in the game, we could just keep rallying in units and be fine. I shouldn't even bother like honestly sending my units over here. It's all about like the frontal fight. If we win that one, it's a good win. Can we still make like I feel like the boomer meme is a little bit dead, guys. I feel like the boomer meme is it's a dead meme at this point. Okay, boomer. Okay, it's still funny, never mind. Mr. Proton, can you please heck off? I know, harsh language. Stop being a jerk. Yeah. Haha, I won the mental game over here, guys. GG. He didn't know what to do with himself anymore. That's excellent. Okay. Yeah, he should just GG right now, I agree. Still, I get it that he wants to try his hand at potentially still obtaining the victory. I mean, I want a little bit of drone drilling, okay? Basically game over. Okay, let's get Zergling speed. No research yet in the warp gate, meaning that he does have very likely a Stargate coming up.
We require more minerals.
Not necessarily, but seems to most of the time be the case.
We require.
I did make an overload, right? Yep. Okay.
We require more minerals. We require.
Want to make 2 queens here.
We require more minerals.
And I'm back to droning. Third base is going to finish up in a sec too. I'll make 1 extra set of Zerglings just because of the Adept coming up. There it is. Oh wow, he actually commits. Okay.
New
Lost one
subscriber
worker.
detected.
It's
Keep
manageable.
up the good StarCraft streams.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
I'm loving your YouTube videos too and the reviews you do on submitted games.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you for the content.
Thank you for the support. Appreciate it. Okay, it is indeed a Stargate. Don't know exactly where the Oracle is located. Probably in the main base. It should be here right now. Oh, there it is.
New subscriber detected.
We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack.
Can I get the probe? If I can get the probe, that'd be nice. No, not gonna happen. I'll do the Queen March here in a little bit. Trying to spread a little bit of creep in that direction too, so hopefully we can get there a little bit sooner. Okay. That's a lot of freaking Ravagers. Or sorry, what are they called? Not Ravagers, I can tell you that much. Okay, he just blindly shaded in without paying attention. Well done. Thank you, buddy. Oh. Oh. Oh, he did a little bit of damage in my main. So killing the cybernetic score here is actually really big. Because it means he can't warp in any more Ravagers. Okay, well this is totally fine. These aggressive builds are working, man. Is he salty? I think he's salty. I'm not sure. Donatello does it again. He wins BlizzCon. Amazing. I have been playing way more aggressively recently. And yeah, it works. Like if I'm focused and I really pay close attention and I really try and win, it seems to be if I can execute the first couple of minutes of the game well, because most of these games only last a few minutes, right? It's kind of hard to lose. Like if you execute really well and really cleanly and you don't really make any slip-ups. I mean, I made a slip-up in this game losing one drone to the Adept, but I mean, that was kind of it. It's very, very, very strong. He made a big slip-up when he like shaded all of those Adepts to the center of the map, and he just assumed I was making drones at that point. He wasn't paying attention to the minimap and just shaded in. That was a big one. But so I don't know. Like, is this considered cheese? That's the real question, right? Is this considered cheese or is it not? It feels cheesy, but I'm doing it specifically against certain openers, specifically in certain scenarios, and specifically on certain maps. I would never do this build against someone who's not opening up Stargate. It's a refined cheese. It ages well. It ages well. It's not so much an all-in either, because I can certainly transition behind it. I just need to deal damage. Like if I don't deal damage, if I don't kill at least the third base or a lot of probes, it's basically game over. But that goes for a lot of these. The ZVT and the ZVZ probably more cheesy than the ZVP. But even the ZVT as well, right? Like the Roach Ravager Link Push. This works really well against like the standard Terran opener. And the standard is either like 2-1-1 or 1-1-1, right? And it happens to be pretty good against both of these. More so against 1-1-1 than 2-1-1, but I mean, there are some builds, so there are strategies that accidentally counter this. So for example, in CVT, if they go for like the blind Banshee, you kind of lose the game then and there. And obviously in ZVZ, if you go for the Nydus Worm, yeah, there's a lot of things that can happen that just completely mess it up, but it certainly seems to work really well thus far. I'm liking it a lot. Really enjoying playing more aggressively. It works way better.